The world is full of creatures that take our breath away, but there's something about a horse that stops us cold. Maybe it's the way they move, like poetry written in muscle and bone. Maybe it's their eyes, ancient and knowing, or the simple fact that they've been running alongside humanity for thousands of years. Whatever it is, when you see certain horses, you don't just notice them, you feel them. These are the animals that make us remember why we fell in love with the natural world in the first place. So let's meet them. Let's discover the 10 most beautiful horses on planet Earth, each one a masterpiece that evolution and human dedication crafted together. Picture the highlands of Scotland, where mist rolls over heather-covered hills and the air tastes like rain and earth. Here lives the Frisian, a horse so black it seems to absorb light itself. This isn't just any black. This is the kind of darkness that makes you think of midnight oceans and raven wings. The Frisian moves like water, each step flowing into the next with a grace that contradicts its powerful build. Its mane and tail cascade down like silk curtains, so long they nearly touch the ground. Watch one trot and you'll see why medieval knights chose them for battle. But there's nothing violent about their beauty. They carry themselves with a quiet dignity, as if they know they're descended from war horses, but have chosen peace instead. When a Frisian looks at you, it's with intelligent eyes that seem almost human in their depth. Now travel to the deserts, where sand stretches endlessly under a burning sun. The Arabian horse was born here, shaped by harsh conditions into something impossibly elegant. Small but perfectly proportioned, the Arabian looks like someone drew the ideal horse and then brought it to life. Its face is delicate, almost dish-shaped, with a forehead that curves gently inward. But don't let the refinement fool you. These horses can run for miles in heat that would kill other breeds. Their coats shimmer in sunlight, ranging from grey to chestnut to bay, each one glowing like polished metal. The Arabian carries its tail high, arched over its back like a flag, and moves with a floating quality that makes it seem lighter than air. For thousands of years, Bedouin tribes considered these horses family, letting them sleep in tents during cold desert nights. That bond shows in every Arabian you meet. They're affectionate, curious, almost playful, with an intelligence that borders on uncanny. In the mountains of Spain, where ancient forests climb toward snow-capped peaks, the Andalusian reigns supreme. This is the horse of kings, literally. Spanish royalty bred them for centuries, creating an animal that embodies power wrapped in elegance. The Andalusian is usually grey or white, its coat catching light like marble statuary. It moves with what riders call collection, a compressed energy that makes every step look choreographed. Watch an Andalusian perform classical dressage, and you're watching centuries of careful breeding in action. They rise up on their hind legs with perfect balance, they dance sideways, they move as if gravity is merely a suggestion. Their necks arch proudly, their eyes flash with spirit, and their thick manes ripple like water. These horses appeared in Renaissance paintings, carried conquistadors to the New World, and still today they symbolize the meeting point of strength and beauty. Up in the frozen reaches of Norway, where winter lasts half the year and fjords cut deep into mountainsides, you'll find the fjord horse. This is beauty of a different kind. Not flashy, but deeply authentic. The fjord is stocky and strong, built to survive in places where survival isn't guaranteed. Its coat is always some shade of dun, ranging from pale cream to dark gold. But here's the magical part. Running down its back and up through its mane is a dark dorsal stripe, a genetic echo of its wild ancestors. The mane itself is traditionally cut short and stands upright, showing off its two-toned coloring with dark hair in the center and lighter hair on the sides. Fjords look like they stepped out of Viking legends, and in a way they did. Vikings rode these horses over 1,000 years ago. They're gentle despite their strength, patient despite their spirit, and they move with a sure-footedness that comes from generations of navigating rocky terrain. Across the Atlantic, in the rolling hills of Tennessee, the Tennessee Walker developed into something uniquely American. This horse was bred for comfort, created by plantation owners who needed to ride for hours inspecting their land. The result is an animal that glides rather than trots. The Tennessee Walker has a special gait called the running walk, where it moves so smoothly a rider barely feels any bounce. But the beauty isn't just in movement. These horses have refined heads with expressive eyes and ears that constantly swivel to catch every sound. Their coats come in every color imaginable, but many are solid black or rich chestnut with white markings that look hand-painted. They're calm and friendly, the kind of horse that walks up to greet you rather than walking away. Their manes and tails grow long and luxurious, often left to flow freely in shows where they seem to float across the arena. In the grasslands of Central Asia, where the steppe spreads out like an endless sea, the Akultik has survived for over 3,000 years. This is the horse that makes people stop and stare because they can't quite believe what they re seeing. The Akultik has a metallic sheen to its coat, literally. Light reflects off the hair shafts in a way that makes the horse look like it's made of gold or bronze or copper. The most prized color is a pale gold that gleams like treasure. These horses are tall and lean, built like greyhounds for speed and endurance. Their heads are elegant with large eyes, and they move with a distinctive high-stepping gait. They're rare, almost mystical, and riders describe them as having fierce independence combined with deep loyalty to those they trust. Marco Polo wrote about them. Ancient Chinese emperors called them heavenly horses. Today, they remain one of the rarest and most striking horses on earth. Down under in Australia, the Brumby runs wild in the outback, but when captured and trained, some reveal extraordinary beauty. These are feral horses, descendants of escaped domestic horses that adapted to one of the harshest environments imaginable. Brumbies come in every color and pattern, but the truly stunning ones have coats that tell stories of mixed heritage. You might see a buckskin with primitive markings, or a paint horse with patches of color splashed across white like abstract art. They're tough and resilient, with strong legs and hard hooves. Their beauty isn't refined like a show horse. It's raw and wild, the beauty of something that has survived against odds. Their eyes are wary but intelligent, their movements quick and sure. When you see a Brumby, you're seeing what horses become when they answer only to nature. In the farmlands of America, the paint horse stands out like artwork come to life. These horses wear coats of two colors, usually white combined with black, bay, or chestnut, but calling them two-colored doesn't capture it. Some look like someone spilled white paint across a dark canvas. Others have white backgrounds with dark splashes that form patterns with names like Tobiano and Overo. No two paint horses look exactly alike. Beyond color, they're athletic and versatile, with strong bodies and gentle dispositions. They excel at everything from ranch work to jumping to Western pleasure riding. Their beauty is democratic, accessible, joyful. When children draw horses, they often draw something that looks like a paint, because these horses represent pure visual delight. The Appaloosa carries the most distinctive coat pattern of all, spots that range from tiny speckles to large rounded patches. Some are white with dark spots, like Dalmatians. Others are dark with white blankets of spots across their hindquarters. The patterns have names like leopard, blanket, and snowflake. These horses were bred by the Nez Perce tribe in what is now Idaho, developed for war and hunting and daily life. Beyond their coats, Appaloosas have striped hooves, mottled skin around their eyes and muzzles, and white sclera in their eyes that makes them look more human. They're versatile athletes, as comfortable on trails as in show rings. Their beauty is playful, distinctive, impossible to ignore. Finally, travel to the icy northern regions where the gypsy vanner emerged from the travelling Romani people of Britain. These horses pulled the traditional wagons, but they've become famous for their fairy tale appearance. Gypsy vanners are often piebald or skewbald, meaning black and white or brown and white in patches. They're heavily built with short legs and broad chests, but what makes them magical is the feathering. Long silky hair covers their lower legs and hooves, flowing down like wedding gowns. Their manes and tails are thick and luxurious, often touching the ground. They have gentle eyes and sweet temperaments, patient with children and calm in chaos. Looking at a gypsy vanner is like looking at a fantasy illustration made real, a horse that belongs in stories about enchanted forests and wandering musicians. These 10 horses represent different landscapes, different purposes, different visions of beauty, but they all share something essential. They remind us that beauty in nature isn't accidental. It's the result of adaptation, survival, and the deep partnership between humans and animals. Each one is perfect for what it was meant to be. And when we take the time to really see them, we're not just admiring animals. We're connecting with something ancient in ourselves, the part that has always known horses are more than transportation or tools. They're mirrors, partners, and living art that moves beneath open sky.